Welcome Amakhosi Network, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be chatting about how Chiefs is going to start the league and what it could mean and what it could look like. But before we get into that, please like, comment and subscribe. And remember, there's an Amakhosi competition. And this Friday, we're launching the winner of the Kaizer Chiefs keeper. If you think I'm lying, I will shame Sala. But you have to be a member and you will see for yourself what's happening on Friday. I'm going to post the people who are currently in the run, somewhere here or here, wherever, run for becoming a Kaizer Chiefs keeper. And there'll be some considerable members that I'm just also going to put there because they have been supporting the channel. They just were unable to pay in the past few months. But before we get into that, I joined the actually, let's get into it. I joined the space this afternoon and chatting about Kaizer Chiefs, and the topic was more around what kind of season Chiefs will have, because we can all see Stellenbosch, Pirates, Sundowns, and all these teams have got the MTN 8 and CAF competitions, and they are already starting to move, and the rest of the teams are only starting in September, and that could mean that we may start slow and stuff. And we're chatting about what could it mean for Kaizer Chiefs specifically, and this was my point. For Kaizer Chiefs, it's simple, guys. For Kaizer Chiefs, simple. Not being in an MTN 8 and starting late is a blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise, why? Oftentimes a new coach, you only start to see how the new coach is playing and how his team is functioning after between game 5 to 10, and sometimes even how he really plays starts to show after game 8 and 10. So in Nabi's case, he doesn't have to be rushed into MTN 8 and the league and stuff, and then he starts the season maybe drawing 3, winning 1, losing 1, those kind of things where it's a bit attacking and stuff. Now how Chiefs is gonna play from 14 September is most likely how Nabi wants Chiefs to play, which is a good thing because it means that his philosophy is already in the boys. And the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of you don't understand this, but when Nabi came, he had to erase all the nonsense that's here. All the nonsense that's here in our players. Our players have been gathering nonsense, usmogotela, whatever you want to call it, in their head. Our players have been gathering dust and nonsense in their head. They've been lacking in commitment. They've been lacking in passion. They've been doing the wrong things on the field. They've been rushing the ball. They've been just skip and donor. They've been doing the wrong things. But now with Nabi, he had to remove these things, create a more solid gameplay, a team football, whether it's a collective, you're not an individual, there's structure, there's pass-through, there's departments, there's a defensive line, there's the midfield, there's the attack, how all of those should work with each other, how all of those should work without the ball and stuff like that. Maybe a glimmer of hope we've been seeing is that in the past 2 friendly games Chiefs has played, they've won 1-0 and 2-0 against oppositions in their friendly games. But one thing that was raised is that friendly games is not the normal competition. Friendly games, players may not be giving 100%. They may not be diving for the ball. They may be pulling back on certain things they would do in a natural game. But what is important for friendly games is that you get your philosophy going and the boys and get into it. And my argument is that it's also important how the coach directs a friendly game, because a friendly game is a friendly game to the coach that's coaching the team. If the coach expects you 110 the moment you step on the field, it wouldn't matter to you whether it's a friendly. You will want to kill everyone that is on the field. And maybe that is how Nabi is. We don't know because we haven't watched any of his friendly games. We only know the younger one. And the younger one is too early to judge because that one we could already see that we were still playing like last season. We hadn't started playing like Nabi's way. There were small Anyana glimpses where we could see small Anyana 1-2 combinations, but it wasn't enough for us to say we want to be world beaters. And the thing is that imagine if Chiefs started the league straight after the Nabi game, imagine the league started. Do you think honestly that we would be beating teams in the first month of August? Had we started in the beginning of August, we are going to lose some of those games. We have to be honest. But now I think we may have a better chance. We've added some additional players. It's good. But our start of the season could go this. The most critical start of the season is the first 10 games of the season, especially for the new coach. Number 1, the break could help us in getting Nabi's playing style, meaning that when we start playing, we're all gelling, etc. So maybe out of 10 games, we can already have 5 wins. at minimum 5 wins. Out of 10 games, we have 5 wins and maybe like 3 draws and maybe 2 losses, maybe even better. But I'm just saying, for a team that hasn't done well, 5 wins to start the season out of 10 games is better than what we used to, because 5 wins out of the first 10 games can turn to 8 wins out of the next 10 games and turn to 9 wins out of the last 10 games. Yeah, so that means that we were already top 4 or whatever, but that's what it happens when you start the season. The other thing that's positive that could happen if the league starts early is the team may not have had enough competition in friendlies and they start off slow. Start off with draws, start off with dumb own goals and stuff like that. That's the other thing we could get. And the third one is this. The third one is we could shock everyone and even ourselves and be at the top from the get-go. Get-go, City 8 wins in 10 games. That is a shock to everyone because no one is expecting Chiefs to even be close to top 3. Everyone is expecting Chiefs to be between 8 and, let's say, 8 and 5. Everyone's expecting Chiefs to be between 8 and 5 because that's an improvement from 10. But we could shock ourselves and find ourselves between 1 and 3. That's what could happen. And that's all I wanted to say for today for Nabi. So we don't know what's going to happen. We to all teams and even to us as fans, we don't know what Chiefs is. Anyone can lie to you, but you at home, you Kaizer Chiefs, you don't know what Kaizer Chiefs you're going to find on the 14th of September. Otherwise, if it's going to be Makitas Begana, otherwise, if it's going to be Shushan and Piano, you don't know because you don't know Nabi's philosophy and you haven't seen it at Kaizer Chiefs. But we will see it on the 14th of September, and that's where things are going to be. Nande. Au, guzabam nande.